$1,200 monthly checks specifically focused on the low income. I have all the details, what you need to know, and the latest exciting updates right here in this video, so let's get right into it. All right, now this is very interesting and encouraging as there is a lot of increased talk and support about sending out ongoing monthly checks specifically focused on the low income and, yes, of course, fixed income beneficiaries as well. As of right now, there are billions upon billions upon billions of dollars sitting on the books, and there's talk about how they can send that money out, how they can get into the pockets of the people, and ultimately how they can spend all of this money. So I do want to talk through all the latest details, where we currently stand with this, and what is currently being mentioned right here, right now about these ongoing monthly checks. Let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really fast before we do, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and so I can keep you updated each and every day as your one and only daily advocate. I'm doing all the research, breaking it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times each and every day so that you can stay posted with everything going on during this very busy time as things are changing very rapidly as it pertains to your monthly benefits, checks, money, benefits, programs, raises, reform, and so much else that is currently going on right here, right now. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and discuss what is going on with these ongoing monthly checks for the low income. All right, so as I mentioned, there are billions and billions of dollars sitting on the books right here, right now, and honestly, they don't even know what to do with it. That's what's surprising about this. So there's so many people that are struggling right now, so many people that need extra money, ongoing checks, a one-time lump sum check, all kinds of things that are going on right now, and they have literally billions of dollars sitting on the books, and a lot of places don't even know what to do with this. However, there's a lot of increased talk about sending that money out the door. So let me tell you some more details about this. So back in 2021, the federal government approved $350 billion to go out to the states. Yeah, it's a massive amount of money, $350 billion to be distributed out to all of the states. As a result of that, a lot of these states are sitting on record surpluses right now of massive hordes of cash, billions and billions of dollars, and they don't know what to do with it. Let me tell you this much as well. Here's the deal. It's either spend it or lose it. So here's what's happening. With these states, they need to spend this money by the deadline imposed by the federal government. If they don't, they have to give it back. So what do you think they're going to do with it? Do you think they're going to spend it, or do you think they're going to send it back? I can almost assure you that almost every state out there is probably going to find some way to get this money out the door. The problem is, a lot of these states and locations don't know what to do with the money. They're sitting on all this money right now. They have a bunch of great ideas, but really nothing is going on for the most part. Maybe they might peel off a couple $100 million out of that. But for the most part, most of these states are sitting on these massive surpluses, huge amounts of billions of dollars of their cash, and they don't know what to do with it. They're not sure how to spend it, and there's a lot of talk about sending it out to the people. In fact, we've been seeing multiple different reports coming out recently about all kinds of different states, cities, localities, counties, major cities, implementing all of these different programs to set up ongoing monthly checks. Pretty encouraging, right? So here's what else is interesting about this. About a year or so ago, we got that one introduction from the House Representative Ilhan Omar, who introduced the $1,200 ongoing monthly checks for the low income, right? Or how they're identifying low income anyway is anybody with an annual income under $75,000 as an individual or $150,000 as a married couple. By the way, that's how they determine low income. I don't know. Seems really high to me, but again, that's up to them, and that's what they're determining. So what they're actually introducing with this is to send out an ongoing $1,200 check per person, or $2,400 for a married couple, plus an extra $600 per dependent every single month as a result of a nationwide guaranteed basic income program. However, here's what's interesting about it. Leading up to that, what they wanted to do is set up hundreds of guaranteed basic income programs all around the country to send out ongoing monthly checks, kind of do a study on it to see how things are going, to see if this is an effective program, to see if people are enjoying it, to see if it is actually lifting people above the poverty line, and if it's kind of taking care of some of the financial issues that some people are having. Well, We already have that underway right here, right now. There are multiple different guaranteed basic income programs all across the country right now. And now that all of these states are sitting on billions upon billions of dollars of cash, again, this is a perfect way that they can kind of jump into this and get out there all of these hundreds of guaranteed basic income programs on an ongoing monthly basis to once again kind of test this this $1,200 check that we were talking about just a second ago. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Before implementing a nationwide $1,200 check ongoing every single month, they wanted to implement these smaller pilot programs all across the country. Does any of this seem to be a little bit kind of falling in line here? So they want hundreds of programs. We have all these different states across the country sitting on billions of dollars. And now there's increased talk about sending out these ongoing monthly checks, either on the state level, the county level, the city level, all kinds of areas like this. And again, highly focused on the low income. So what a better way to do this than to have all these states right now who basically need to spend it or lose it. Remember, that's the program. They got to spend it or they lose it with all this money, the billions of dollars. Well, there's a lot of these places that are coming up right now saying, well, we don't really know what to do with the money, or we have a great plan for, this much of the money, but we still have an extra billion or $2 billion sitting on the sidelines and we don't know what to do with it. Maybe we should peel off an extra $300 million, $500 million, $1 billion, whatever it happens to be, and send it out in the form of these ongoing monthly checks for a specified period of time. Now, some of these smaller pilot programs generally start out with about $500 ongoing per month, usually for about a year minimum. Usually it's up to maybe even 2 years. 1 year or 2 years is generally kind of the norm, usually a very common time frame for these, but it's usually $500 a month ongoing for, a year, 2 years, something like this, maybe 3 years in some instances. That's not all that common, but it is coming up every so often. But again, a perfect segue right into these $1,200 ongoing monthly checks on a nationwide level that they wanted to implement here over the coming relatively near future. So very interesting with things that are going on right now. It's almost like this was kind of planned, right? Maybe it was. I don't really know. Again, I'm not going to sit here and have conspiracy theories, things like this, but I'm just simply saying it's kind of weird how they wanted to start implementing these right away. And then suddenly, shortly thereafter, all these states got hundreds of billions of dollars worth of cash, right? $350 billion of cash that they literally don't have a clue to what to do with it, right? So there's been talk about sending it out back to the people in the form of these monthly checks. Anyway, all of this could come back in the form of these $1,200 ongoing nationwide payments out for the low income. So pretty exciting stuff, right? Because here's what's interesting as well. We've seen so much lately, all these different reports coming out right now saying, the labor participation rate, as in the number of people working, is very low. It's like 61% or something. It's very, very low. At the same time, every single month for many, many months now, we've been posting over 4 million people quitting their jobs, like 4.4, 4.5, 4.3 million people quitting their jobs every single month. And for many, many months now, we've seen over 11 million job openings in this country. So we're starting to see automation, robots, all kinds of different things coming in right now where, a lot of people are unfortunately not needed for jobs anymore because we're being replaced by automation and we're being replaced by robots, essentially, right? So there's a lot of different things that are going on right now where maybe previously some kind of company or system needed, say, 5 people on at any given time. Now it just takes 1 person because that's all it really takes. The rest is done by automation or robots, right? So they're kind of dramatically lowering the workforce because it's just no longer needed anymore. Well, here's what we've also been hearing for many, many months now. We've been hearing this, which is it's almost inevitable that there will be one of these monthly check programs going on simply because of automation and the takeover of the machine, right? So yeah, this is a real thing. Anyway, it's pretty encouraging to see what's going on here. I'm not necessarily saying that the people losing their jobs or no longer needed for jobs because of robots and automation. I'm not saying that's encouraging. What I'm saying is encouraging is all of these states sitting on billions of dollars right now and increased talk about them saying, we don't know what to do with it. Why don't we give it to the people? That's a great idea. Who came up with that one? And why did it take them so long to figure that one out? So, I don't know. Not sure who the brainiac is, but they should maybe get like a medal or something, right? For being so smart that they should send the money back to the people. I don't know. Sounds like a great idea to me. But yeah, these things are continuing to pop up all over the place. They're starting to come up a little bit more now lately. It's been a little while there. where maybe a few months there, I didn't see all that many of these programs popping up. But as of recently, once again, a lot more of these programs are popping up. And another way that they can implement these checks going out is stimulus checks as well on the state level. So we've seen a number of different states implementing these as well, coming out saying, hey, we got all this cash, let's implement some monthly check programs, and then on top of it, let's send out a broad check to a bunch of people in our state, right? So anyway, some pretty encouraging stuff out there as all this money is sitting on the books. They don't have a clue what to do with it, and they're starting to think of the ideas of maybe we should send it to the people. And I totally agree. Super cool, right? Anyway, as I do get more details, of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it down and how all of this could lead into that $1,200 ongoing nationwide check for millions upon millions upon millions of people. Anyway, hope this one helps you out. Of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it down as I get more details on any of this. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss any updates going forward. Also, share this video with your friends, family, social media, and of course, go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Totally free to do so, and I'll continue to be here for you right by your side every single day. Please enjoy. Until next time, have a nice day, and I'll catch you again later in the next